Looks pretty good.
I don't know, I think there's just a little bit too much key on that left side.
What's the F stop on her?
It's a hard 5/6. Try dropping that down just a little bit.
There?
Yeah, that's good.
Do you want to move the mic a little over to the side, please?
Okay. That better?
Mm-hmm. Miss Wakita, before you begin to play, Mike, could you move that over there? Thank you. Would you tell us a little bit about the koto? Just before you begin to play.
We should bring down this junior.
Koto actually is like an embodiment of the celestial dragon, but in instrument form. So you have the head section where I perform, and then you'll notice the other end of the koto, which is the tail that flips upward, and it's like a crouching dragon, an instrument of the aristocrats, so naturally most fitting that they would have a dragon figure. And in China, the dragon represented a celestial figure, not living, but celestial animal or deity.
Okay, Mike, watch out for that mic. Pretty good.
I don't know, I think there's just a little bit too much key on that left side.
What's the F stop on her?
It's a hard 5/6.
The first selection, Dokudan, of which I will play one section, is literally translated as 6 steps. I like to translate that as a study in 6 sections. And interestingly enough, it has 26 measures, and there are 6 segments of that. However, the first introduction has 1 extra measure because that is the theme, and so you have 27 measures. Again, being respectful to the Chinese, each segment will total 104 beats, because one of the court numbers that was introduced from China, Etenraku, or heavenly music, was in the theme consisting of 104 beats. And so he used that as a structure and created, Yatsuhashi, the great master, created a new genre of koto music called danmono, or sectional pieces. And these are kind of like songs without words, because it was quite common for the courtiers, because after all the koto is an instrument of the aristocrats. It was common for the courtiers, as part of their enjoyment, sophisticated entertainment, to write poetry. And then someone would accompany them, or they could accompany themselves. But each poem was different, but the music was strophic, or in other words, meaning the same accompaniment. And what Yatsuhashi did, in essence, was then took away the verses and simply made verses with the koto. Click on the right here. Especially with traditional Japanese music and the arts, there's a concept that we call ma, which literally means space, but as we apply it to creative arts, I would translate it as intuitive space. And you apply this, whether it is in your calligraphy, that feeling that that stroke has to be precise and there, and yet there is a space from one stroke to the next. Or in the music, the first number, you'll notice from the first note to the next, there is a space. I don't measure it. We always want to measure things in our Western mind, but you feel it, you intuit it, and you savor it mentally.
The very beginning.
Great.
This selection, which is titled Nagare, it was written by Yuize in 1951. And Nagare means murmuring waters.